Watch Legion'a devam ediyoruz. Büyük bir ihtimalle bu Albion görevini yaptıktan sonra, yani bu questline'i tamamladıktan sonra oyunu
Now it's your turn.
Let's do it.
yarı yarıya bitirmiş olacağız diye düşünüyorum. Kalan yarısında artık yarın halledelim. Böyle daha iyi sanki. Şimdi yapımda Armour. Bakalım Albion Missions'ların içinde.
Why does this always bloody happen? Can't believe this is happening. No, thank you. What the fuck is going on?
Right, let's talk about Albion PMC, the only British organisation to successfully oppress more of the developing world than the British government. Led the partisan media calls a charismatic visionary, and Amnesty International calls a war criminal. Albion was given the key to the city to re-establish order following the bombings.
Well, that is convenient.
It is. So that's two reasons why we need to find an angle on Cass.
We found one. His name, Hamish Balaji. Born in London, Balaji was a recipient of the Cass Foundation Technical Scholarship. Fun fact, Cass delayed the launch by a week so it would land on Balaji's birthday.
Cass sounds like Balaji's second dad. Why would he help us?
They had a falling out after an incident in the Niger Delta 3 years ago. A buried human rights investigation accuses Cass of ordering a drone fleet to wipe out a village protesting the construction of a pipeline, but the drones malfunctioned before they could. Balaji is named as the likely saboteur. He's been on the run ever since, but now tracking data shows he's reappeared in London.
Shit, he's looking for redemption like with the protesters. This guy designed Cass's drone fleet. I think he's trying to disarm Albion.
He covers his tracks well, but that's a good guess. Unfortunately, according to this Albion intelligence report intercepted by our friend Caitlin Lau, Cass knows Balaji's in London as well. So, that's the op. Make contact with Balaji before Albion finds him. Then convince him we have a mutual enemy in Cass.
So this guy's our best chance to stop Albion and clear our names. And the largest private army on Earth wants him dead. No pressure.
It took some doing, but I've narrowed down the area where we're most likely to find Hamish Balaji. I've pushed the coordinates to your optic.
Ya bak, bu 404'teki hatun. Bunlarla konuştukça bunlar bize side quest verecekler de. Side quest yapmak istiyor muyum acaba hiç?
One of those twats. No respect for anything. That's not his statue, man. That's someone else.
Bir hızlı seyahat edelim bence.
Albion are nothing but goose-stepping gunboats.
Bizim bütün akşam diye mi acaba?
Oh, gee, what are you saying? Right then, okay. Right.
Balaji has been snooping into Albion's affairs. Quietly, of course, but I've been able to determine that most of his activity stems from this area.
Good. Let us go introduce ourselves.
Not so fast. Hamish isn't in, according to his home security. And before you get ideas, he's rigged his front door to a series of traps designed to delete all of his data and then your life. Not necessarily in that order.
He must have some sort of paranoia disorder.
To be fair, you are an armed insurgent trying to break into his flat. Anyway, you should be able to connect to the local grid and use security cameras to disarm his traps.
Copy.
Saçmaladım.
I believe the main interface is on the rooftop.
Bags, what about them windows up there?
Sure, if you can get there. 3 options here. 1, use the window washing platform. 2, find a cargo drone. 3, give up, go home, and resolve to be a better person.
And onto it.
Clan Kelly had these guys.
Çok saçmaladım ya.
It's not all bad, I suppose.
Have you seen them?
Are you dumb? No. That's not listening to me.
That's right.
Dur şimdi. Bu oyunda ve mantığına şey yapmayan sadece şey var ya. Kameraların hiç etkisi yok. Yani birçok gizlilikle ilgili oyunda kamerayı da şey yaptığın zaman alanına girdiğin anda bitti işin.
When negotiation
Alametler.
fail.
Bu olur. Bunda hiç yok. Çok enteresan, azıcık da böyle alışılmışın dışında geliyor bana.
Look at all these blood clot traps around here. How we get around them?
You could force the traps to unlock by rewiring the power.
I'm onto it.
Welcome to Clare and present danger, and welcome to fascist London. Don't let that boot on the back of your neck disturb you. In time, you'll barely feel it. We have to wake up people. If there was a playbook for setting up a totalitarian police state, Albion would be most of the way through.
Hah. Şimdi oldu ya. Tamam ya, şimdi oldu.
The traps are disarmed. Now, if you go through the front door of the flat, it's much less likely you'll be killed.
Bazen hakikaten gözümün önündekini kaçırıyorum yani. Yok. Aba! Assassin's Creed göndermesine bak. Request takım kaç? Ay. Güldüm. Kötü değil canım, tatlı yani. Hiç yok. İyi niyetli. Ya zaten Watch Dogs'la aynı evrende geçiyor diye biliyorum. Assassin's Creed serisinin günümü şey, ya aslında aynı evrendeler hepsi.
Move one more muscle, Chief, and I'll blow the whole place with you in it.
Okay, let's just talk about this.
Who the fuck are you? And what are you doing in my flat? You with Albion?
No, more like anti-Albion.
What, DedSec? Yeah, right, and I'm Che Guevara. You done?
Bölümde.
Wait! Killing me won't stop Albion. They know you're in London. You need to run now.
Fuck me. You're telling the truth, aren't you?
Nereden anladın? Nasıl emin oldun?
Fucking hell, thought I was careful. Fucking idiot, Amish. Look, Cass is worse than you know.
We know. Why else you think I'm sticking my neck out?
Maybe because Nigel Cass is paying you. That's how fucking mercs work.
You're scared, but we're on the same side. Cass is behind all this madness. He tried to kill us and we need your help to stop him.
Mate, you don't know shit. You have no idea what Cass is and what... Move! Fuck! An Albion squad's closing in on you. I guess you weren't lying about that part. Fuck, think. Shit, fine. We'll table it. I'll buy you some time. Just go. No!
Move it!
Suspect.
Oh, hell.
Don't just stand there. Albion won't be fussy about who they shoot.
Jesus.
Kadar mı? Tamam. Birinde tuttursaydım keşke.
Putting an end to the chase now.
Bir boşaltalım yolu.
Anyone have visual? Anyone? All units disengage. Suspect has disappeared.
I think all that excitement convinced our new friend Hamish that we need to work together to tackle Cass. He's willing to cooperate.
All right, Chief. That was a pretty slick escape. I believe you. So I'll say this. Nigel is planning something, and I don't think I could stop him on my own. If DedSec's everything I've heard, you'll help me.
We can help each other. There's a chance Cass had something to do with the bombings. What could he be planning that's worse than that?
No, that's not like him. Well, not exactly. Nigel's got to see himself as the hero. He's an arrogant twat, but he's not a cynic. Every place we go into, we would have some mad plan to fix all his problems. With robot police or automated crop fertilizing or some shit. Society was a technical problem. And people are just bugs in the software, you know? You work around them or you squash them. Sorry, Chief. I gotta switch proxy servers so they don't trace me. I'll hit you right back on voice. Listen, I've got an inside man, right? A contact in Albion. Says Nigel's got this big meeting happening at White Tower. He'll be talking about a major project he's got planned for London.
Working on an upgrade of his private police state? Brilliant. Does this prick ever take a day off? Whatever he's up to, we need eyes on that meeting.
I've always wanted to be in on a caper. Okay, first things first. We'll need eyes on the impregnable target, so off you go. I'll crack on with assembling the right personnel to round out this ragtag bunch of misfits.
Ah, shit. Albion cybersecurity sniffing my proxy IP. Must have traced the detonator signal. I've got to deal with this.
Huh? Security is top-notch at Tower London. How the Ross be getting in?
I like to help, fam, but Nigel's caught a whiff now. With all the CTOS cameras, it'd take him less than 5 to ID me. I ain't risking my pretty face.
We need an Albion insider for our case who's willing to turn coat. I've reached out to a contact who works in a nearby pub. Where better to find a bleakly disillusioned anti-hero numbing their conscience with drink, but secretly desperate for redemption.
Konuşsunuz ama ya.
Yo,
You lot certainly know how to pick your targets. You do know that Albion have set up their headquarters in there, right?
we don't really have a choice, do we? Whatever Nigel Cass is planning can't be good for the city or for us. We need to shut down his new project before it's unveiled. This sort of thing is exactly why we joined DedSec, isn't it?
Fucking Nigel Cass. You're right. Nothing good can come of this. Luckily, I hear loads of sob stories working in our pub. And near this place, quite a few from Albion are dissatisfied with the status quo. You turn on the charm, and I'm sure you can get one to join the good guys. Even got a candidate in mind.
Interesting. Send on their details now.
I'll have Bagley push it along. Good luck, love.
We're aware of an Albion employee who might be approachable.
It's going to be rough trying to turn an Albion employee.
They're jackbooted thugs who regularly murder civilians. If finding a disenchanted employee is really that difficult, humanity's much worse off than I thought. It would also be quite useful to have someone on the inside.
For however long that lasts, Nigel's real good at sniffing out spies.
Personal experience speaking.
Yeah, not really in a sharing mood right now, fam.
Yapacak bir şey yok. Kaba benden.
You don't strike me as the kind of person who waits for someone to come save them. You ready to fight for freedom?
Are you with DedSec? If you are, I could use your help.
That's what we're here for. What's going on?
Well, a good mate of mine has this disease that I can't even pronounce. And with the state of the NHS, he hasn't been able to get treatment. His only option was to go to a doctor who's, how should I say, less than credible. Possible connections to Clan Kelly, you know. And I paid for treatment.
Go on.
The drugs worked. They worked too well. As soon as my mate got hooked, the Kellys jacked up the prices. What can we even do?
What a piece of work. But get your friend the medication they need, don't worry.
Well, this quote-unquote doctor is a real winner. He was struck off the medical register for gross malpractice last year, and now he's a freelance mob surgeon. Nice work if you can get it.
You better truck that raw stone box.
I am quite literally always tracking everyone down. Pushing you his coordinates now. Kelly Doctor you're looking for is close by. Seems he's got a laptop with him too, presumably with a folder somewhere on it labelled Crimes.
Biraz inanılmaz diye geliyor yani. Buraya girmezsen olmaz yani.
So, who's causing... Ah!
Sorry to do this to you.
Ha, nerede var bir tane?
Spread out. We'll nail this one.
There. Did you hear that? Şey yapmışlar. Yani bunun tadını çıkartmamak olur mu ya? Ölüyorsa koyarız kenara. Ne olacak? Benzin yapışacak sanki. Diyeceğim ama... Çıksın. Yukarı canım çekti. Aa! Ben bu tek şeyle hallolacağını hiç tahmin etmemiştim. Okey. Olur. Okay.
Laptop scraped. Get to safety while I analyze the data.
Öyle ya, böyle.
I found them a warehouse where experimental drugs are being stored. I'm sure Mary Kelly won't mind if you nick a few.
Söylemedik o ben. Babacığım, çok ayıp.
You complain? I mean, so it's really just stepping into the vacancy left when it became patently obvious that God had retired.
Detecting a vehicle nearby with at least 2 years' worth of treatments inside. That's more than enough to wean our contact's friend off the treatment.
Copy.
Gördüm. Bir iki tane aldım yeter. Okay.
Attention, flat tire detected.
Me have the vehicle.
Please
Now
repair
what?
as soon
I
as
found a
possible.
safe location where our friend can pick it up. Sending you the coordinates now.
Attention, flat tire detected. Please repair as soon as
What we're
possible.
seeing now is a contemporary iteration of this process where you get corporations and the state
You know, we're looking at all the wrong things when we look at Britain's crisis. There's a lot of concentration
Attention.
on data and how that's been used and manipulated.
Attention,
and what we
flat
haven't
tire
looked at
detected.
is power
Please
structures
repair
and
as soon as
profit
possible.
That lies behind this. For
Attention.
example, if we...
That thing, it's done. The drugs are in a safe place. We'll send you the coordinates so your friend can start to wean off them as soon as possible.
I'm in your debt.
Want to put your skills to good use? DedSec is always up for new blood.
All right, mate. I'm in.
We have an Albion operative on our roster. We should let them know they're needed.
Nobody could find any receipts for what was paid for. Nobody could figure out.
All right, another fine member of the crew. Welcome to DedSec.
Thank you. I'm ready for action.
Fantastic.
Nigel Cass's meeting will begin soon. Approach the Tower of London when you're ready.
How things were done, but everybody had a feeling that something really stunk, and they couldn't figure it out. And yet, it was...
Dibinde çıkıyorum yani. Niye fast travel yapmayayım ki?
If we're lucky, word hasn't spread that you've hung up your jackboots. Just try to put on your meek, harmless, broken by the system face. Oh, and don't forget your uniform.
All right. Just another day on the job.
Looking sharp. Your ex-colleagues won't pay any attention to you unless you let them take a close look.
What's this? This new project the director.
Ne alaka ya?
Can't wait to see it roll out. This is going to make our jobs that much easier and safer.
You don't think it's going to make certain aspects of our job redundant, do you?
Not a chance. The electric cast takes care of his own. You know that.
I heard someone saying DedSec was back.
This door clearly requires a security pass.
Fantastic.
Use one of the nearby computers to create your forgery.
Be careful. You don't want to know what Nigel does with trespassers.
You been up there lately? There are some parts of the city that would work. You understand?
Yeah, I know. But there's always an element that's going to resist all.
Sure, but I thought you'd taken care of them,
You mean DedSec?
It'll take some time for the forgery to be ready. To keep you occupied, I dragged up still images and a recording from an internal investigation into Cass Senior's death.
I want to see it.
Internal Psych Assessment AS001 Subject Cass Nigel. Mr. Cass experienced a deeply traumatic event when he witnessed the murder of his father, Gareth Cass, CEO of Albion. He began exhibiting symptoms soon after what he frequently described as the random event. Mr. Cass's initial symptoms included insomnia, paranoia, distorted blame, and recurring flashbacks. However, he appears to have channeled his anger and self-described powerlessness into his work to ensure that Albion become, quote, a mechanism for preventing unpredictable violence. It seems somewhat of a mania, edging on psychosis. For me, this raises concerns about Mr. Cass's fitness to run a multinational security company. But I cannot, at this time, make any recommendation beyond continued monitoring, especially considering that I have been asked to close this file.
Well, shit. Cass really isn't right in the head, and they're trusting him with the security of London.
Yeah, well, Nigel's never close to anyone but his dad. And me, I guess. Never had much faith in people, really.
Well, the pass is ready, but rough. If this resistance thing doesn't work out, I doubt you'll make a living as a document forger. Let's give it a go anyway. Nigel Cass awaits.
When the three of them get going, it's just like, you know? I can't stand it.
Bunch of terrorists pretending to have morals.
Ha iyi bari.
Seemed a bit tense.
How are you getting on with those metrics? The deadline is coming up quickly. It wouldn't do to miss it. He's presenting to the stakeholders right now.
I know, but if I mess this up, and the whole project is delayed for I don't know how.
Fucking believe it.
Don't even joke about that. I don't even want to think about what Director Cass would do.
Tamam bu adam.
Welcome to Project Themis. Our new autonomous drones. These drones can identify, isolate, and terminate threats before they can do harm. They can go anywhere, see everything. They could kill a man alone in an alley or in a crowd of hundreds with perfect precision. Themis drones can do what humans have always struggled to. Act immediately and decisively. Without your support, I couldn't stand here and tell you, I promise you, that with the launch of Project Themis, London will be the first city in the world to be made truly safe.
Mr. Cass, I was hoping you called us all in here today to discuss the ethical issues.
No, it's all right. The Commissioner cares, as we all do. I admire his passion and his dedication. Let's talk ethics.
Well, for one, Themis goes far beyond Albion's mandate. We really should have more government consultation.
I see. Delay the launch so that we can debate and assess the details.
We're missing the human element here. I can get the Defense Minister on the line right now.
Well, if you feel you must.
human element that got us into this. No more debate, delay, indecision. Understand this. I will not allow anyone, not even myself, to jeopardize Themis. Now, will our friends at Titus be ready? You are the cornerstone of the project after all. Do you need to consult any outside parties?
No. We'll be ready.
And just in time. Criminals running our streets. Illegals threatening our families. The police commissioner himself. Assassinated by terrorists. Decisiveness is hard. But here's the best part. Once this decision is made, no more will be required of you.
Resmen her bölümün kendi içinde bir villain'ı var yani.
I warned you about that forgery. Your uniform will help. Don't let them get a close look at you.
How do I get out, Bagley?
The catacombs, fam.
Think this through.
That's all there is to it.
What's going on here?
Surrender now!
Saw Nigel in action. Yeah, didn't you? Man can be very, persuasive.
Fuck. He's crazed. And anything coming out of that brain case will be crazed, including this Themis project. Fuck's sake! I don't like this. I really don't.
Kocaman adamsın, nesinden korkuyorsun acaba?
What was that?
Yani boşlukta korku elementleri
Fucking hell.
yemeyiz hiçbirimiz
Albion's
ya.
top secret project is an automated killing machine. And it looks like Cass is almost ready to launch. We have to get Themis out of his hands.
I'll prepare a briefing. Will we see you there, Hamish?
Pretty face, not risking, remember? But patch me in. You and me got some scheming to do, Bagley.
Kill anyone today, you dirty dog? All quiet here.
Canım. Okay.
I'll start the briefing whenever you're ready. Here's what we know about Nigel Cass. He's rolling out something called Project Themis. The lack of information on its own is worrisome, but what little we do know is Cass wishes to remove the human element from law enforcement.
We also know he's partnered with Titus, which is never good. Titus does other work with Albion. Nasty shit like autonomous weapons, human targeting algorithms.
So Titus is our best lead to fill in the blanks on the secret project, but their security is notoriously difficult to crack. So Hamish has proposed an intriguing solution.
Albion's been working on a new microdrone, something my contact told me about. That shit's not even in production yet, but if we get the plans, we can manufacture our own.
To bypass Titus security?
Exactly. They're weird as fuck. Supposed to do maintenance on Albion's other drones, but the smallness of them means they can slip into places nothing else can.
Well, there we have it. Our next step is to infiltrate the Albion drone manufacturing lab and get our hands on schematics.
And then you lot will have a fun little gadget to break in the Titus. Love it. I'll shoot you the location. Be careful. Albion doesn't like to share his toys.
Feeling ready to fight?
Let's do it.
Dur bakayım. Ne kadar mı? Cehennemin dibinde. Gerek yok. Sen neysin sen? Tek... diye. Anlamadım. Neyse önemli değil.
Standing there in their face the whole time.
Ne diyor? Bak şarkıya başlayacak gibi yani.
You're coming up on the Albion drone facility where the micro drone is being developed.
It better be worth it.
It will be. You're gonna need to disable the security system protecting the R&D lab.
Ya duracaklar bizi. Geldi. Sen ne yaptık işte. İşte şimdi yaptık. Yok ben.
Security's down in the R&D lab. The plans for the microdrone will be in there somewhere.
Gördüm. Gidiyorum oraya. On our way. Road. Okay, on our way.
I've downloaded the schematics. You can leave whenever you like.
Teşekkür ederim. Çünkü whenever you want dediğin right now tekrar ediyor aşağı yukarı.
I always wanted a life out on the sea.
Smaller organizations, smaller power groups, companies as well.
Now that we have the schematics, we can make micro-drones of our very own.
Better move fast on that, Bags. We need to get into Titus ASAP. Shut down Project Themis before Nigel decides to launch. And with what he was saying, we don't have much time.
A big wall moving in a big way from a lot. Little buttons being pushed, but also there's.
Bak ne kadar tatlı tatlı hallediyoruz ya.
We've successfully trialed our first micro-drone, and it's officially as cute as the dickens. I've decided to name it Sebastian.
Time to break into Titus.
and take away Nigel Cass's newest toy, Project Themis. Bagley, any idea where that name comes from?
Greek mythology. Themis was the goddess of divine justice. You know, the one with the sword.
Ooh, that is so Nigel fucking Cass.
See, school's useful for something besides social maladjustment. Find the schematics of the building and I'll work out the location of the Themis project.
Everyone get down!
Ablacığım. Bay bay. Otur. Kırmızı kart. Sen ne yapıyorsun? Allah Allah, peşimden göndermişler vallahi beni. Çağırmışlar.
Have you looked at the Themis brief, ma'am? Yeah.
Okay. Her şeyden bakıp investigating.
Check the surroundings. Drew, full sweep of the area. For fuck's sake!
Stick to procedure. Nothing here.
Sana kalsın.
We lost them. Radio HQ.
Look round for anything named Themis.
I'm onto it.
Well, if I was hiding a top-secret, morally dubious drone project like Themis, I would put it in the secure vault on the lowest level. You will have to hack your way past some pretty serious security, however. The elevator that leads to the secure vault that houses Themis is locked down. You will have to access the bypass terminal to use it. You will require a spider bot.
Neyse, tamam, önemli değil. Üstünde spider bot var, aşk olsun.
They won't be happy about this.
Bay bay. Evet. Evet. Var spider bot. O inanılmaz kolay ya. Ve zevkli de. Tamam, hikaye biraz ama yani hikaye ama gidiyor da yani.
You'll be using Sebastian and the rest of the microdrones to bypass security. But first you'll have to get by that laser array. I suggest a spider bot and steady nerves.
I'm onto it.
Tamam, anlattım. Yoksa?
Our job is not an easy one, but it is an important one. Right now we devote countless hours to intelligence gathering and still things slip through the cracks. We're doing our best, you tell me. We are, but our best isn't good enough. That doesn't sound right. But even we aren't perfect yet. Yeah, no, like that. That strikes a humble note. We make errors in judgment. That's human nature, but we cannot afford errors. We are the last resort to protect the people. Project Themis will dispense justice and protection. It will use data to predict the patterns of crime and abuse. It will let us transcend the faults in our own nature. Not bad. Yeah, they'll have questions, of course, which is fair. It's an extreme measure, and there is potential for abuse, but...
Okay.
All right, Sebastian, this is what you and your friends have been training for. Time to crash the security grid for Daddy.
All right, let us see these micro drones in action.
That's the spirit. Should be pretty sick.
yerli bir checkpoint bir şey versin ya. Canım çıktı yani.
There are the cores. Destroy them, Sebastian. And for God's sake, be careful. Right then, no time for tears. Meet Sebastian, another of our countless microdrone allies. All named Sebastian, of course. You can't iterate on perfection.
Zaten gelmişim.
You've made your father very proud, Sebastian. Oh, right. You should be able to access the Themis project room now.
Let's ruin Nigel's fucking day.
London, once a beacon of civility, now a cesspool of lawlessness. It is clear that humanity can no longer police itself. Fortunately, we don't have to.
Fuck me, I knew it. The life score algorithm. My algorithm. I should have scrubbed it before I left.
What do you mean, Hamish? You know how Themis works.
No, fam. Well, yeah. This was years ago. We were developing a life score algorithm for what Cass called a peacekeeping system. Supposed to identify vulnerable civilians, not target them.
Jesus.
So in theory, Themis could be programmed to target anyone based on any number of parameters.
Exactly. That's the way Cass thinks. Genius, but twisted. We have to stop this. And I know how. We delete the life score data and Themis is done.
Oh, fuck me. All right. It's done.
Yes, we'll have the award ceremony another time. Get out now. This may be entertaining. I've intercepted an audio transmission from Nigel.
No more excuses. This is my city, and I will not have DedSec ruin my plans for it. Themis was poised to change London, the world. And this group of... And Hamish fucking Balaji? I want them all. They made you all look like fools. They walked calmly into the White Tower, and no one, not one of you, stopped them with all our vaunted security measures. So do any of you have anything to say? Nothing. Well, everyone, and I mean everyone in the organization, will be re-vetted immediately. Someone help them, that's certain, and we will root them out. This time, we will get them all.
Well, that's about done it. Cass is gonna steam about this for a while. No more life score, no more Themis. You did it.
It was a team effort. Big up to all of us. But we still have a lot more to do if we're gonna finish off Cass for good. We can use some help.
Not much of a joiner, fam. Considering how my days are out.
Auto drive now enabled.
But I'll be keeping watch on them and Cass. Maybe feed you lots some intel.
And there's still the question of Zero Day. Remember them? Completely gutted DedSec 1.0.
Cass had a hand in that purge, Bagley, and in the bombings, so we'll gladly accept any help you can give us, Hamish. Cheers.
In the last adventure of Detective Bagley and his occasionally helpful human sidekicks, we discovered that a billionaire tech mogul and a war profiteer both had secret plots to exploit human suffering and murder thousands. A shocking twist, I know. Speaking of the people we most suspect, Mary Kelly's slave trade is bound to be any day now, and we also just received a distress signal from a coffee shop of all places. Maybe the Wi-Fi's down or something.
Is that relevant, Bagley?
Yes, obviously there's more to it than that, but I knew I had to make a joke or you'd just tune it out. I've marked both leads on your optic.
Good, evil, safer for the comics. We're just real people trying.
Böylelikle Albion mission'ları da tamamlamış olduk. Bir sonraki hedefim büyük bir ihtimal ya Sirius mission olacak ya da Kelly mission olacak. Zaten başka seçenek yok. Bundan sonra olacak olan evet Sirius Chapter yapacağız. Ondan sonra Sirius Chapter birazcık uzun olacak ve ondan sonra da artık şeye doğru, oyunun finaline doğru ilerleyeceğiz. Teşekkür ediyorum buraya kadar kalıp da izlediğin için. Bundan sonraki bölümde görüşünceye kadar kendine iyi bak.